I've always respected the fact that people do make handmade pieces, and I just like a human touch to things too. So I feel like, there's the creative process where you can design something, and, I feel like there's so much that goes in with that. Like, for me, it's art and life, and, every day I learn something new, and I'll incorporate things like that. But making sure that it's true to me and true to my heart, I think that's super important. Hi, my name is Madison Pizer, and I'm the creator of the 1074. Art it's just like such a big influence. So even when I was doing my goche and like my Moro pendant here, I just love like art and the culture and history. So I don't know, there's just something about like even female artists in general. Like I have Frida Kahlo too. Just something about them I love, and it's just always spoken to me. My aunt's she takes me to the AGO. So I really have two great females in my life that, teach me about art, teach me about life, and like the positives, negatives to it. Well, my mom has always been a big influence to me. Growing up, she's always been like super into fashion, super into like jewelry, and like a lot of their influence has been influencing my line. I studied fashion. I feel like a lot of people's parents, like a lot of my friends, they're always like nervous about that, like you won't get a career or anything, and my mom's always been just super supportive about that. And like even me doing my own thing with starting my business, because that's something that's super scary. And I do work full time too. Like I do have 2 jobs, so doing the jewelry is definitely like a side thing that I've been doing. But yeah, she's just been like a really big influence with that. And I ask her, her opinion on things, and she, even tests out my jewelry. She'll wear stuff, or we collab with ideas. So I mean, she's not really like a business partner, but she definitely is like someone who influences most of my decisions that I make for this company. So So when I was kind of growing up, my mom and my aunt would go to jewelry supply stores, and I would kind of tag along. And I have some pieces here that I made. Let me grab these. So there's this one, for example, this guy. So I would pick up like random beads, and I'd find random things. I was just very eclectic. You can see there's like a ladybug here. This was actually for my mom, something I made for her, and it's made out of like, I don't even know, some kind of like yarn type material. And there's a bell. It says love ya. So I started off making things kind of as gifts when I was growing up. I would always even like draw and give my mom, my drawings, and then I started getting a little bit more crafty with my hands. So I did jewelry, and then I ended up just kind of keeping that, making my own pieces throughout like life. Like I probably did this when I was about 12, I would say, these guys, the bracelets. And I started making chokers about 2 years ago, just for my own kind of pleasure on my neck and stuff. Like I wanted to have my own kind of look. So since then, it kind of has taken off. All the girls at my work started wearing it, and I had customers at my job. They would be asking, oh my God, where'd you get that? So I just eventually started an online business. I used to paint a lot. I used to draw a lot, but I think now I can kind of do my engraving, and that gives me at least a little bit of freedom. I mean, working full time while still running a business at the same time, I'm working 2 full-time jobs. Like I'm never not working, right? So, I mean, it kind of loses that creative aspect sometimes when I'm really just trying to get the orders out, So that's when sometimes I have to like step back and take myself out of that mindset, and then get into that creative process and look at what I can do and see, like even for these guys, it is very simple, but I mean, I used 2 different chains here, and I think, you know, it's not too different, not too creative, but at least it's still like, it's different, right? And then I have this one a little bit more simplistic, but I love like putting things together. So I find that like the styling of it, this is the art, you know, it's a little bit more modern.